This is a continuation of my mock draft with the number 7 pick.
Chicago Bears.
Okay, we got Chi-Town on the board. As you all know, Chicago could they have a few needs, and one is obvious at quarterback. You have a turnover-prone quarterback in Jay Cutler. For some reason or another, Jay Cutler likes to give the ball away to the other team. For what reason, only God knows. He's the kind of guy, in my opinion. As the game is going down, so is he. His game is based upon how the team is performing overall, whereas he can't. I've never noticed Jay Cutler as being the kind of guy that can just stand out even in the midst of a hailstorm. You know what I'm saying? If the team is in Hurricane Katrina and all hell is breaking loose and everything is just going haywire for them, they're going down, he's going down the tube right along with them, because that's just the kind of guy he has been that I've noticed. To me, Jay Cutler's at this stage of his career, in my opinion, I think he's just a backup. He's getting paid top dollar, but he's not living up to it. Unfortunately, there's no quarterback left on the board that's worth this high of a pick. Sometimes, though, you will find some teams, because they have a need so desperate of a quarterback, that they'll draft a guy higher than what they should. And therefore, what tends to happen is that the guy never pans out, and 4 or 5 years later, you are left back at that position again, trying to figure out which way to go. It's been well documented that the quarterback position is the most intriguing and the most important position to draft, to get right in the draft. If you fail at drafting a quarterback, it sets your franchise back 5 years. The Cleveland Browns have still been trying to find one. The Raiders have been trying to find one. There's several teams that have been drafting quarterbacks since the year 2000 that can't seem to find one. Buffalo is another one. I don't want to sit here and go through the list of them all, because that's not what this is about. But with Chicago on the board, they now have Jack Del Rio as their head coach, since he's a defensive-minded guy. I'm sorry, not Jack Del Rio. He has Denver old coach, and with them having Denver's coach, defensive kind of guy, I'm gonna give them Danny Shelton, nose tackle out of Washington. It looks to me like Chicago's making a merge to 3-4. I would have said Randy Gregory. I would have said him. The only reason I won't say him is because they signed an outside linebacker kind of guy from Baltimore, Pernell McPhee, and Randy Gregory just got caught with the weed. So I don't think you could be selected in the top 10 if you got a problem with smoking weed. That's my son ripping and running through the house. But with Chicago, let's go with nose tackle Danny Shelton out of University of Washington.